What's up, guys? We're back in the office, back for some more. Coming to you live from Elders Insurance, Alice Springs. For all your insurance needs. Should I have said where I work? Well, you know what? No one's coming for me. Alice Springs is one of, I would say, one of the top 10 most remote cities in the world. 1,500 kilometers plus to any other major city, if you call Alice Springs a city, that is. So I'm sitting here in the office. It's 8:05. I've got 3 or 4 things to action that have come in over the night. And I'm fucked. I'm absolutely fucking wrecked. Got to sleep no earlier than 1 o'clock. Got up no later than about 6:20. Laid in bed for another 20 minutes. Got up at about 6:40. Did some dishes, made the kids lunch, swept up the floor, packed their bags, had a shower, got dressed, and came in here. And you know, my colleague Richard is not here. He's only got 3 more days left until he departs for good. I'm sad about it, but one thing I'm not sad about is the fact that I am tired at the moment, and I would have my colleague sitting right across from me, right there, and I can tell, it was a complete and utter joke by the end of it. By 8:05, it's 7:08 now, 2 minutes ago, every single morning, he would have been complaining about either what he's received through email, about the job as a whole, about how fucking tired or hungover he was, or about how far away from the weekend we currently were. It was complain. Yes, he's got good points. Yes, he's got a good heart. But fuck me dead, he went on. And it was a lot of it, I'd say, sadly, I gave him the benefit of the doubt for as long as I could, but sadly, I would say about 90% of whatever came out of his mouth was negative. Get fucked. Get royally fucked. That is not an attitude that I want to be around. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to get lonely in here. Yeah, I might get bored over the Christmas period because apparently it is the slow period. But, you know, things will trickle in and I'll have things to do. And like I said, I've got 3 or 4 things to do and I'll spread them over the early morning. I've got a freshly made coffee. I drank the last of it at home last night. That did not go down well this morning. But, you know, I'm wrecked, I'm tired, but I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy, and that's the main thing. So I guess I just wanted to check in. I wanted to check in after yesterday's video, which I've decided will be titled My 16-Hour Workday, which is exactly what it was. Oh, man. It was a long day. It was most definitely a long day, one of the longest I've ever had. Actually, the longest work day I've ever had. I've never done a full 8.5-hour shift here, then gone home and done 7.5 on the phones. The only time I've ever done that, I worked for a place earlier this year, but I only did 7.5 hours each day in an admin position, and then I went home and did 7.5 hours on the phone. So effectively that was a 15-hour day, not a 16-hour day. But either way, yeah, it was a long day, but a fruitful day. And I will be all the better for it. I mean, it's character building, right? And it's not too hard of a job. It's just repetitive, just like this one. And I mean, that takes energy regardless, but it's gonna be all worth it when I get paid. I mean, that's why we do it, right? That's why we do it. Although when I was drinking, if you had have asked me, if you could retire now and not have to work, would you? And And I would have taken you up on that offer. Now, if you give me the same offer now, I'd say, you know what? No, I would want to work, but I would have the freedom of picking and choosing exactly what I wanted to do, or exactly what I could do. Maybe it would be voluntary work. I don't know what it would be, but if you gave me all the money in the world, I would still work. And that is a fundamental change that I had to make, my attitude towards work, for me to fill my life up, or start filling my life up enough so that I would not have the desire to drink every single day. And it's taken time, but we're doing it. So anyways, guys, 11 past 8. Thank you for entertaining me, or me entertaining myself. That's kind of weird to think about, but it is what it is. I love these videos. I love bouncing them off. I love it when I'm in a good mood. And at the moment, I'm in a good mood most of the time. It's going to take a lot to bring me down. But a massive workload could quite possibly bring me down. So for now, I'm going to enjoy the lesser of a workload. I'm going to enjoy the Christmas period, and I'll be back with you later on today. Right, my friends, checking in. It is 9:43 in the morning, and it's been busy. I've had a few calls. I had 3 or 4 things to action. I've probably had another 4 or 5 come in, but it's kept me busy. You know what I mean? I think I said busy. Well, now I've said it 4 times, which is a good thing, you know? The first 2 hours always go by relatively quickly. If there is anything for me to do, I get it done. That's my attitude. Procrastination, I have no fucking time for at the moment. It's not how I run my day. It's not, because, you know, in the words of the great Greg Plitt, stop having your day run. No. Start running your day. Stop having it run you. All right? And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. You've got a work day in front of you. Start running your motherfucking day. And stop having it run you. That really hit me. And that's how I intend to have my days, my work days. So, first 2 hours almost done. I've got my second cup of coffee, freshly made. Can't wait to get into it, although my mouth is getting relatively dry. So what I do need to focus on, and this is something that did come through drinking a hell of a lot of alcohol, is my, my routine, I suppose, of drinking water consistently and realizing when I am dehydrated and trying to get on top of it. So when you're drinking coffee, basically at the moment I'm on a diet, I'm fasting till at least lunchtime. The only thing I take in is coffee or water, and I'm quite okay with that. My abs are coming out, finally, slowly but surely. Every single morning I wake up that I've stuck to my diet, I not only feel proud up here, but I look at myself in the mirror and I'm slowly but surely seeing the body and the person physically that I always knew I could get back to. Slowly but surely. We're not there yet. It takes discipline. I'm getting into bed without smoking weed, without drinking alcohol, and what that means is that I will stop myself from eating too much prior to going to bed, which means that by the time I wake up, I have processed pretty much all of the food that I've taken in that night, and so for the first 4, 5, 6 hours of the day, if I don't consume any calories, I'm burning motherfucking fat. All right, that's enough. I'll check in with you later. Right, guys, in case you didn't know, it's 12:44 in the PM. It is officially less than 4 hours until the end of my workday, or at least the first workday of the day, the first shift of the day. Back from lunch, and at the moment it's like I have so much shit to do, so much shit to think about, that if a lunch break goes by and I don't achieve anything, it's a real waste. And so today I went straight from work, went to Bunnings, bought some cleaning stuff for tomorrow. Going to crack into it at 8 in the morning. That's the plan. A maintenance guy is going to come over at 9 and have a look at a couple of jobs. I'm planning on leaving the apartment by lunchtime with hopefully, a good 3 or 4 hours worth of cleaning done. I was going to pay someone $700 to come and clean the whole thing, but I thought, nah, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to pick up my balls, dust off the overwhelm of the job, and just crack into it, because there's no other way. Step by step. So I went to Bunnings, went home, had a quick drink of water and a little bit of mashed potato, which is kind of like my guilty pleasure at the moment. This mashed potato that I make it in bulk, and plenty of butter, plenty of milk, or cream is even better, and salt and pepper. And it, I portion it out. I make about 5 or 6 different portions, and I put it in the freezer, and whenever I'm hungry, I'll have one of those, and I'll add some sort of protein source to it. And that's kind of like my guilty pleasure at the moment. Like I'm not allowing myself a whole heap of added sugar, and that comes into me wanting to quit added sugar, and in the process quitting a whole heap of processed food at the same time, because 95% of processed food has sugar in it, or added sugar. So I go for fruit. I'm not going to say that I don't eat any added sugar whatsoever, but today I haven't. I've had my mashed potato, and I brought that with me to work, the last of this cordial. For anyone living in Australia, it might be in New Zealand, I'm not sure, but this shit is the fucking bomb. Diet right, hardly any calories, no sugar. Apple strawberry guava. Apple strawberry guava is the absolute shit. It is the best diet cordial you will find this side of the Pacific. And I brought back a meal because a little portion of, it was about half of one of my portions was left in the fridge. I grabbed it, I heated it up. I only had about 10 minutes. And so I brought this to work as well, which is something, funnily enough, I haven't bought since my drinking copious amounts of alcohol days in Townsville. This was one of my go-to options, because I knew that, yes, I'll be drinking a hell of a lot of alcohol, but at the end of a night, if I can down 2 or 3 of these, I'll get 150 grams of carbs, 100 grams of protein, and 50 grams of fat. And they taste good. So that, my friends, is going to be my late lunch. A pork enchilada with quinoa, black beans, and reduced fat cheese in a high protein tortilla. So that's me for the rest of the day. I'll be taking calls. I've probably had about 10 phone calls, which may have stressed me out a year ago, but due to the fact that I basically work in a call centre for my second job, and I've been doing that the whole year, taking phone calls does not worry me one bit anymore. I'm confident. I'm confident on the phone. I'm confident in my ability to, in my phone manner. I'm confident in my ability to communicate effectively, whatever may come through that phone. And that's just through taking I think I've taken about 8,000 calls for Ladbrokes at this point. And you do that, you answer the phone 8,000 times. You might be saying pretty much the same thing every time. As far as the greeting's concerned, obviously the bets are different, the stakes are different, but you do something almost 10,000 times and you're going to get confident with it. It's not going to bother you whatsoever. So that skill or that confidence I've felt in this job. I mean, it's a customer service, it's data entry and customer service. That's what this role is, and that is what I'm completely comfortable with. So I'm just going to relax because the morning has been relatively busy, and if nothing else comes in, it's a Friday afternoon, and hey, I'm not going to hate myself for it. I'm not going to hate myself for chilling out for an hour or two. It is what it is. Sometimes you get downtime, and sometimes you get busy times. But you never know. Apparently, my old colleague Richard always let me know about this time on Friday. He's a doom. He's a I don't even know what it is. It's pessimistic. It is anxiety mixed with pessimism, if that's a word, mixed with just looking at the world glass half empty, negative, 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 and his attitude would be, right now, he would not allow himself, and in turn me, to enjoy an hour or an hour and a half or whatever it may be of downtime. He's always going to say something negative like, you watch the phones go off for the next 2 hours, or you wait until 4 o'clock, the phones are going to go nuts, we're going to have 3 people walk in, we're going to have to stay here till 5. It's like, shut the fuck up. Sorry guys, I had to get that out. He's not here, he's a friend of mine. We're going to catch up this Sunday to watch UFC 296. But as far as his attitude towards this place, it was just wrong. Just wrong. So anyways, bit of a pulled pork enchilada. Pulled pork tortilla. With some diet cordial. And you know what? I'm going to even allow myself to indulge in a little bit of YouTube. Don't at me for it. I've quit social media. But if I can find some time whilst getting paid to watch a couple of videos from my favourite creators, well, so be it. It's certainly not spending 10 hours a day watching YouTube on my phone every single day, unemployed, no money coming in, depressed, anxious, addicted to absolutely everything. It's not that. It's totally different. I've turned things around, so I'm going to allow myself this. I don't want to be too hard on myself. It's like sugar. You know, I had to really be strict for the first few days, first 30 days, but now they do say 30 days is when new habits form, and I just feel that much more confident and convinced in my ability to indulge slightly, but not go back to those addictive tendencies. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Jesus is all I'll say. I don't know that I agree with everything Richard said, but I think he was onto something. Literally, as soon as I put the camera down and settled into eating my wrap, it's been go, go, go. It is 2:36 and I have not stopped. I have not stopped taking calls, responding to emails, attending walk-ins, and now I have been able to collate all of my thoughts, all of my information, put it into an email, and I will be sending it to the boss, because each and every one of these 6 claim-related inquiries I have not had the answer to. I've attempted to bluff my way through it. I've attempted to give answers, but that's not the way I do it. That's not the way I do things. You know, it doesn't make me feel good, and I don't have the knowledge. I'm not a claims handler. My claims handler has left the building, Richard. So all of these would have been going to him. He would have been handling them all. And no wonder he was feeling overwhelmed. But he did indeed procrastinate like nobody I've ever seen. In fact, I'm going to leave you with this. I've gotten the work done, I've sent it off, I can't really do too much else with it, I've got 2 hours to go, but I'll leave you with this. This is procrastination to the max, and I absolutely laughed my fucking ass off. He sat down saying, all right, I'm going to have to concentrate for the next half an hour, you man the phones, I'm going to do these claims. I was like, yep, sweet, all good. Literally within 30 seconds, he jumped up and said, oh, have we brought the bin in yet? Have we brought the bin in yet? You just told me you were going to sit down and fucking concentrate for half an hour on these tasks, and you're worrying about the bin 30 seconds into it. That, my friends, really hit it home for me. Really hit it home for me. Absolutely crazy. And indeed, the clock strikes 4. Half an hour to go. It's been hectic, man. Not gonna lie, I spoke way too soon. It's Friday afternoon. Richard might have been onto something. He was here for about 3 months before I started, and I've got to give credit where credit's due. Although he said the same things on a Monday as he did on a Friday. So anyways, hopefully the last half an hour goes by relatively quickly. I wish I was going home to relax and do nothing. play with the kids, but I'm not. I'm going home to put my shit down, have a quick shower, freshen up, make a coffee, sit down at the desk and do 4 hours worth of work. Now during those 4 hours I will have probably 2 10-minute breaks, which gives me an opportunity to go outside the room into the lounge, find the kids wherever they are, chill out with them, have a bit of a conversation, refresh and go back to work. So it'll go by relatively quickly. YouTube has become really, really boring today. I watched like 3 videos and I found myself doing what I used to do, which was scroll, looking for a video. It's like, no mate, stop. So I had to delete the app from my phone, and I'm only moving forward going to allow myself to watch YouTube on my computer whilst taking calls. I'm not going to do it at work here. It actually makes time go slower. Kind of, and then it just starts playing with my attitude towards work, towards being here. It's like I start feeling entitled, which is something interesting that I realized. Halfway through a YouTube video, if I'm watching it and a call comes through, I feel entitled. I'm pissed off. I'm not pissed off. I wouldn't say that much, but I'm not pissed off. I wouldn't go that far, but it just affects my mood. And I don't need that. When I'm at work, I'm here to work. If there's quiet time, I'll get through it. But the last thing I want is to start feeling like I'm entitled to do whatever I want here, because that's just not the case. And I've realized that today. So yeah, we've got 28 minutes to go. I'll be shutting this place up alone again. It's been a day of reflection. It's been pretty busy at times. I've got my Bunnings cleaning accessories ready for tomorrow. I'm really pumped to do that. Cannot wait. I'm thinking about going to the gym after I finish at 9 o'clock. At this stage, if the kids are in bed by the time I finish, I will go. If not, I might not. But regardless, I want to be in bed myself by midnight so that I can get a decent sleep, get up at 8 o'clock and head over to the apartment. Sounds like a plan. I wish these videos came out in real time. I wish I could make this one a day in the life and publish it instantly, but that's just unfortunately not the case. I have 40 videos to go before this one will even see the light of day, which kind of pisses me off, but it is what it is. Haven't been to the gym for the last 2 or 3 days. I need to get there tonight. I also need to fuel up. That wrap was nowhere near enough food. So when I get home, shower, quick bite to eat, coffee, say hi to the kids, and then I'll be into it. Thank God I live in Alice Springs, because it takes about 5 minutes to get home. You see, I finish here at 4:30. I start on the phones at 5. I mean, living in any major city, surely that would be almost impossible, but not here in Alice Springs. That is one benefit. One of few benefits of living here is that everything is super, super close. Within the city, obviously, if you're trying to go anywhere else, it's going to take almost a day to get there. All right, guys, I'll see you later. All right, we are counting down the minutes until I leave. I've just had a call. It's just a normal call, looking for a quote. Quote for insurance, home and contents insurance, 2 policies, one personal, one owner-occupied, and one landlord. And so, I did say that this job was data entry and customer service, but I mean, you can't go past the fact that it is sales as well. And the one thing that's missing from this job that the majority of all sales positions have is commission. There is absolutely no commission basis to this job. And that's something that I mentioned to Richard. I said, you know what? The only way that you can really get an employee to care as much about your business as the owner does, because this franchise is owned by one person, is to offer some sort of commission structure, especially if you're selling policies. Because I mean, I could hand out a quote and it really doesn't mean shit to me. You know, it doesn't, because I don't get anything out of it. I just take my paycheck each and every week, and it is what it is. The only person that profits from that is the owner, which makes sense, but due to the fact that there is sales involved, I thought, you know, it's just an interesting point. I've been in a sales position before. I was selling cars, and basically over half of my income came from commission, and it really made you want to sell. It made you want, but you know, that's what I didn't like. I liked talking to the customers, but when it came time to signing the contract, I didn't like it. I did not like trying to pin people down to get their money. Cars are a little bit different than insurance though. I mean, everyone needs insurance. If you go and buy a property or a car, you need insurance. A lot of finance companies won't let you buy it without insurance, so it's a little different. The profit margins are less. The commission basis would be far less than selling something like cars, but I reckon moving forward, it wouldn't be a bad idea to possibly, at some point, maybe during a performance review or something like that, ask the boss if there is any room to include some sort of either bonus structure or commission basis. Doesn't need to be much, just something. Just knowing that if you do indeed get an inquiry from a customer asking for a quote, you go through the process, go back and forth with them, and end up getting a policy written, there's got to be some sort of commission in that. That's what I think. Just some thoughts. And I've got 10 minutes to go. Cookie, come here. Come here, you. It's almost coming up to a year to the day that Cookie was introduced to the family. Alright guys, it is officially 4:47. I'm home alone again. No one's here. No one to talk to, except for customers in 12 minutes. So I've done what I normally do when I've got enough time. I've logged in, everything's ready to go. All I need to do is click online, and then I'm good. So I'm going to take the next 10 or 12 minutes to relax, everything's sorted. The last thing you want in a job like this, where you really need to be online at that time, on the dot, especially if you're working from home, like there really is no excuse. You've got to sign into a couple of things, which can take 2 or 3 minutes. And if you're fumbling around, it's already 5 o'clock, 5:01, 5:02, and you're still not online, for me at least, that doesn't sit right with me. So everything's sorted. I've got 10 minutes to relax, and then we'll be on to it. And that's how we do it, folks. Showered, dressed, and online, just in the nick of time. Welcome to Ladbrokes. You're with Jacob. Can I start with your name? Alright guys, I am fading big time. And when this happens at, you know, a time like, such as the time right now, 7:27 in the PM, when I start feeling like this so early in the evening, there's got to be a reason. There's always a reason. And thinking back, I know the fucking reason. And I forgot about it. I literally forgot that I was up till 12:30 last night working. I got less than 5 hours sleep last night. That's why I'm feeling fatigued. Oh, to be a cat. Oh, to be a cat. Either way, like I said, I'm fading big time. I actually had to do a bit of training on particular clients, which, you know, got my brain working in overdrive when I wasn't really capable. But yeah, I mean, an hour and a half left, and then I've got to go and pick up Miffy and the girls. They're over at a friend's place. I think she's having a couple of drinks, so she didn't drive. I'm going to go and pick them up, bring them back, get ready for the gym, and go and smash it, because it doesn't matter how fucking tired you are. You can always sleep, especially when you've got a Saturday the next day. Yes, I've got plans to get up early, but if I want to sleep in, I fucking will, because I deserve it. And then as soon as I do get up, we'll be going over to the apartment to crack into cleaning. But alright, so I've taken my 10-minute break. I am going to log off for 10 minutes. I am going to lie down on that bed right there, the spare bed, which doesn't have a bed frame yet. And I'm just going to chill. I'm going to close my eyes for at least 5 of these 10 minutes. And I've got a coffee here. I haven't had any coffee since starting. I decided to wait I didn't want to peak too early, but I definitely need it now. And I've got a little snack, sesame snaps. Anyone in Australia, once again, if you don't know, now you know, they're pretty fucking good, but they do have some added sugar. And I'm going to need to eat something else before going, because at the moment I feel weak, I feel fatigued, and really the only thing that I'd feel capable of doing in the gym at the moment is running. But being that I haven't really eaten too much, a run to finish the night would put me into absolute maximum fat burning mode. It's going to be a long one, but it is a full day in the life of me at the moment, and I hope you enjoyed. But it's not over yet. For anyone wondering, I did not close my eyes once on my break, and now I regret it. Fully regret it. I am fucking fading. Big time. But, like I said at the start of this video, man, fading, getting tired, and having to deal with that, get through it, is so much easier than having to deal with and get through a hangover. Like, I'm telling you, man. Because when you're tired, you will sleep, and sleep is the cure. And when you're hungover, there really is no fucking cure. Time. Time heals all. Time heals even the worst of hangovers. Physically, but does it ever heal you mentally? Alright, I'm rambling. I am rambling. I need to shut this off. Right, guys, we are almost there. It is 8:40 in the PM. There is no, well, actually, I say there's no way. I would have gotten through it, but if I had to do what I did today, I mean, I'd just be absolutely fucking dying right now. And for whatever reason, I continue to swear. I'm sorry, for anyone under the age of 18, for any kids, anyone who doesn't swear in their household. I mean, drinkers, for the most part, the swearing increases as the level of alcohol increases, especially for me. But my level of swearing increases when my level of passion increases. And at the moment, being that I've got 19 minutes to go until I can go and get changed into my gym gear and get amped about going to the gym at 10 o'clock at night, which is a special feeling, my passion levels are going up, my energy levels are going up, and my levels of swearing are going up, so I apologise. And also my levels of rambling, of course. Hey, thanks for being with me today. It really means a lot. This video is going to be I'd say the longest one on the channel, but it's been enjoyable, and it's not over yet. Right, folks, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Alright, so we are doing a full day, right? A full day in the life. So basically what I've done whilst I was on the phones, the last hour, it really dried up with the calls, those are the times that I feel really, really lucky to have the job. You know what I mean? I feel really, really fortunate to have a role that allows me to work from home. And there are periods of time where I have time to do other things at the same time, get paid for it whilst doing my own thing. And in this case, during the last hour, I completed, I'd say, about 25 thumbnails for this channel. That's something that I was doing day by day. I was just uploading one video and doing the thumbnail, 5 minutes before I published it, and it just wasn't efficient. And so I've made 25 thumbnails, which means that if I want to schedule 25 videos for this channel, I can, and then I can forget about them and I can focus on other areas of my life. So that was really productive. Now I've got to go and pick up the 3 women that live in this house. But first, because I am showing you absolutely everything I'm doing today, this is the food that I've decided to get out. This is an absolutely delicious Mexican-inspired pork shoulder. I'm sure you guys can read, but it's pre-marinated, pre-cooked, I think. Actually, it might not be, but either way, it comes out beautiful, pull apart, absolutely amazing. That'll be good for about 3 meals. We've got some eggs, I'll boil them up. We've got potatoes, I'll make my special mash that I was talking about earlier. We've got an onion, I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. And as far as veggies are concerned, broccoli, I'll make up a whole thing of that, and I will put it in a pan. I'll defrost it, put it in a pan with some Moroccan seasoning, a little bit of butter, and just crisp up the outside. And that will be the food, for me at least, for the next 2 or 3 days. And I can't wait for it already. I haven't really had too much to eat. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to try and get a somewhat of a weights workout in. But the majority of the workout, I'm assuming, will be a run, which is, like I said before, going to put me... It's going to burn fat. I've eaten fuck all today. I'm feeling depleted. But in those times, if you are trying to stick to a diet, if you're trying to... Not so much stick to a diet. If you're trying to make drastic progress with your weight loss, or your fat loss for that matter, then it's in these depleted moments that you realize, holy shit, okay, I'm doing something here. I'm making change. It's not easy to push through. I could eat, I could very well, one, not go to the gym, and two, just pig out, because I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't had takeaways for like 4 or 5 weeks. Sugar is drastically down. I wouldn't say I'm craving it, but I am craving just a big meal, And my meals lately, because I've got this goal of getting my 6-pack back, are a lot smaller than what I'm sort of normally used to. So I'm never ever full, but in saying that, that's not a bad thing. So I'm going to come home. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as food. I will be cooking that up. I think I'm going to cook it after I get back, which means that I'll be cooking at about midnight, but it is what it is, man. Who gives a shit? I'll sleep when I'm dead. And I'm not dead yet. Almost though. All right. Welcome. Welcome one and all to Outback Gym and Fitness. The first time I've brought the camera in here. And this is the cardio area, which is upstairs on a mezzanine floor. It has absolutely everything you'd ever want for a really decent cardio workout. Today, I will be making my acquaintance. I don't even know. Look, I'm fucking tired. I'll be jumping on the treadmill. I've got no wit left in me for tonight. All I have left is an hour's worth of energy to put on that treadmill, get a decent sweat up. I mean, this is grey. This is going to be black by the time I finish, because it's going to be drenched in sweat, which is exactly what I want. I've had to overcome a couple of mental hurdles tonight to get here. I've been made feel like the bad guy because I want to go to the gym at 9:30 at night. Apparently that's not allowed. And apparently the main reason is because we got broken into 3 nights ago. And I get that. But 9:30 at night is not 2 o'clock in the morning or even midnight. I'm going to be home by 11 o'clock. And I said, look, my parting words were, at the end of the day, you can't live your life afraid like that. We live in Alice Springs. It is what it is. All we were was a statistic. We were just added to the list of break-ins or of smashed windows. And I'm not going to live my life having to be home every single night by 9 o'clock. I want to go to the gym. This is as much for my mental health as it is my physical health. And with that in mind, I am going to put my headphones in. I'm going to get some Greg Plitt pumping, some Greg Plitt motivational clips on YouTube. I am struggling at the moment, guys. Some Greg Plitt motivational clips on YouTube. I'm going to get an hour's worth of running in. I want to get 10Ks under the belt. And then I'll be home. And it will be 11 o'clock. And nothing will happen. Look, I got to be honest, guys. I got to be honest. If my house gets broken into whilst I'm here tonight, I will stay home every single night. I won't leave the house after 9 o'clock, but I do not think that is going to happen, and I will not live my life afraid. I need this workout. I'm going to do this workout. I'm going to go home, make some food, have a fantastic sleep, and crack into the weekend. I deserve this workout, but apparently I don't. Apparently I'm being selfish. Apparently I need to be the man of the house and stay there. And I get that. But there was no way I wasn't coming to the gym tonight. I've had to. I've been talking about it all day. Some of you may disagree, but you know, it is what it is, man. I'll be home in an hour. I'll have my workout done. No weights tonight. I don't have nearly enough energy to do that. It would be a wasted session. So cardio only. Greg Plitt in the ears. A sleeping family at home. Blissfully unaware of the hard work and sweat equity that I am about to put in. Alright? Well, my girls are unaware. They're fast asleep. Everything's fine. Alice Springs is a shit show as far as vandalism, as far as safety at night. If you're out on the street, not if you're tucked up in bed at home. It should be safe. It is safe. We were unlucky to get broken into. I've got to get this run in, and I will see you guys at the end. Oh, fuck. Oh no. Alright, I'll talk to you once I'm done. I'm about to hit a PB for the last 6 months of 10 Ks in just over 54 minutes, averaging under 5.5 minutes per K. Ks, 54.2, no, 54.20. My shirt is completely black, well, dark grey, and I have just officially, although halfway through I felt like halfway through, I felt as if it might not happen, but I continued to change what I was listening to, and for the final 25 minutes, I had a really, really enjoyable time. And funnily enough, and this does not happen often, I didn't want to do it, I felt weird about doing it, but I really enjoyed the video, and the content that I watched for the final 25 minutes of my 54-minute run was my own content. It was the video that I'm posting tomorrow, believe it or not, about gratitude, genuine gratitude, feeling like a superpower. And it's a 25-minute video, but I've got to, I'm proud of myself. I'm really proud of the way that I conveyed the messages that I wanted to whilst I was in Thailand. Really, really proud. Really proud of the changes I've made to my life since going there, and you know, to look back and see what I was talking about 40 odd days ago, 42 days ago, and reminisce and be proud about what I'm saying and the message I'm sharing. It's a really good feeling, and it got me through 25 minutes worth of running. So I've done what I came here to do. I ran 10 Ks without stopping, 54 minutes 20. That is a time we can work on moving forward. Now I've got to go home and face the music. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I said I'd be home at 11. I'm going to be late, but not by much. My fitness, I don't think has been this good in a long, long time. I'm feeling lighter by the day, and that's because I am getting lighter by the day. So I've really got to go and fuel up before going to bed. Not too much, just enough. Protein, fats and carbs, not too much sugar, lots of water, and hopefully lots of sleep. So I'll continue the video when I get home. I'll show you guys what I cook up. I'll show you guys what time it is once I'm finished. And then following that, I'll edit this video. Or upload it. Render it, upload it. It's all a process, but it's a process I enjoy. And it's keeping me on track, man, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna check. I mean, it's not where I want to be. It's not where I want to be, but it's not bad. All right. It is officially 12:15, 12:15 in the morning, and I have just finished cooking up an absolute storm. I'm going to eat some of it, but for the most part, it is dinner for tomorrow, and it is looking absolutely delicious. So this is what I've come up with. 3 plates, 1, 2, 3. We've got broccoli, mashed potato, chickpeas, kidney beans, onion and bacon fried up, and we've got pulled pork. And that's about it for me. That is about it for me. So I've been listening to a true crime podcast. I really enjoy those. That's what I normally listen to when I go to bed. Now back in the day when I was smoking a lot of weed and drinking before going to bed, I would still listen to these podcasts, or I'd listen to them, but I would pass out. I mean, I'd pass out pretty soon. These days, I might listen to 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I will realize, okay, I'm about to go to sleep. I'll take my headphone out, put it on the side table, and drift off to sleep. And that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight. So it's been a big day, big few days, really productive day today, and you guys have come along for the ride. So I want to say thank you. Anyone who's watched every single minute of this, you're fucking crazy. And you might just be as crazy as I am, going to run 10 kilometers at 10 o'clock at night, although I feel that much better for it. I feel so good, so proud to have hit a PB, 54 minutes for 10 Ks. That is really, really good for me at the moment. I think my PB for a 10K run, all-time PB, is 50 minutes and 50 seconds. Now, if my life depended on it, could I have done that tonight? I'm going to say yes. So that means my fitness level is at a really, really good spot. If I continue to push myself, if I continue to push my pace up whilst maintaining a reasonable heart rate, I can only get fitter, and my distances can only get longer at consistent speeds. Thank you for being with me, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.